Listen up, let's cut the internet noise and talk about what Americans are actually buying in 2025. I sifted through real sales data from thousands of gun counters, not forum hot takes, and the results rewrite the script on what matters in pistols today. This isn't armchair theory. This is cash, receipts, and people choosing tools they trust. The 9mm is the backbone of the market, but what moves off shelves now tells a different story than the hype. Reliability, practical features, and plain old value beat marketing every time. If you want to know which pistols are shaping concealed carry, duty rigs, and competition stages this year, you'll want to listen close. Let me start with the micro-compact that changed daily carry forever. Springfield Hellcat Pro was not a follower. It rewrote the playbook for tiny pistols that still shoot like something larger. The original Hellcat was a miracle of size, but a lot of shooters found it hard to control. Springfield stretched the barrel and grip just enough in the Pro version to keep concealability without surrendering shootability. Where this pistol truly stomps the competition is capacity. 15 + 1 rounds of 9mm in a package that's barely an inch thick. That used to be full-size territory. The texture locks the grip without shredding your skin, and the factory UDO sights with a tritium front post work in daylight and low light alike, no aftermarket panic needed. The slide arrives optics ready from the factory, mount a red dot, load up, and carry. Downsides? The recoil is snappy, physics wins in a light frame, and the trigger is safe and consistent, but not a match trigger. Expect price in the ballpark of $550 to $650, depending on trim and optic. For concealed carry value, it's one of the sharpest deals out there. Next up, ergonomics takes center stage. Heckler & Co. VP9 is the German answer to make the striker-fired pistol feel custom. When H&K re-entered striker-fired designs, they didn't half-step. The VP9 isn't just about interchangeable backstraps. It offers swappable side panels for an insane number of grip permutations. You can configure this pistol until it feels like it was milled for your hand. The trigger is another headline. Light take-up, smooth press, and a short, crisp reset that invites rapid follow-ups. Small slide charging supports make rack work easier for shooters with weaker hands. Add a cold hammer-forged barrel, and you get a duty-ready package that runs accurate and predictable. The trade-off is price you pay for German engineering, and the aftermarket selection doesn't match the Glock ecosystem yet. Budget roughly $750 to $900 if you want one. Those first two show the split in the market. Tiny high-capacity carry versus ergonomics first-duty guns. Up next, we'll dig into the compact offerings, clawing shooters away from the old guard and the mid-sized stalwarts that still define reliability. Which models kept climbing the sales charts, and which ones lost ground? All right, now we move into the compact and mid-sized battlefield where ergonomics and dependability fight for the wallet. Let's start with the compact that quietly pulled shooters away from legacy designs. Walther PDP Compact took the PPQ's promise and perfected it. What matters here is the trigger factory-level feel that rivals aftermarket upgrades. The take-up is short, the break snaps clean like a glass rod, and the reset is immediate. That combination turns average strings of fire into surgical work. The grip texture is aggressive where it counts, but not cruel to the skin during daily carry. The frame was built optics ready from the ground up, so you don't hack the slide or guess your footprint. You mount a red dot designed to live on the slide. The trade-offs are a slightly higher bore axis that some shooters feel as extra muzzle flip, and proprietary magazines that can be trickier to source compared to the aftermarket glut for other platforms. Expect it to sell in the $600 to $700 range, which is an aggressive value for the performance you get. Next up, the workhorse that refused to cede the field. Smith & Wesson M&P 9M 2.0 Compact is a textbook answer to Glock's dominance. It's built for shooters who want a natural point of aim and a pistol that doesn't require a membership in the aftermarket cult. The grip angle sits at 18 degrees, which lines up naturally for a majority of hands. Interchangeable backstraps let you tune fit quickly. The upgraded M2.0 trigger offers a cleaner break and a tactile reset that gives confidence when you run the gun hard. It eats wide ranges of 9mm ammunition and keeps going. That feed reliability is why patrol officers and everyday carriers still buy it. The downsides? Some shooters dislike the hinge-style trigger safety, and the frame is slightly thicker than its Austrian rival, which matters if your goal is hyper-deep concealment. Price for optics-ready models lands around $500 to $650, making it one of the best value plays in the compact class. Now let's talk about the icon that every other pistol is measured against. Glock 19 Generation 5 MOS is not glamorous, but when you need a tool that refuses to quit, this is the rifleman's choice in pistol form. It tolerates mud, sand, water, and rounds upon rounds of abuse. The MOS model brought optics integration as a factory staple, and the Glock marksman barrel tightened up accuracy enough that professionals noticed. The removal of finger grooves opened the grip to more hands, increasing its universality. The weak link is the factory sights. Most owners swap them for upgraded sights almost immediately, and the so-called Glock tax on accessories and custom work adds up. Still, unmatched aftermarket support and a simple manual of arms keep the Glock 19 selling in huge numbers. Expect to find Generation 5 MOS examples in the $620 to $700 window, and its resale value stays strong. These three pistols show the market split: performance triggers and ergonomics versus the unbreakable dependency of legacy duty guns. Up next, we climb into the high-performance tier race-ready pistols and the steel monsters that dominate the firing line. Which two guns own that top tier, and why do they command premium prices? Now we climb into the top tier, where competition features meet obsessive engineering, the pistols that eat recoil for breakfast and carve targets for dessert. These are not concealment toys. These are purpose-built tools for speed, accuracy, and absolute control. If you want to win on the firing line, you buy machines that remove human error. That's where SIG Sauer P320 X5 Legion and CZ Shadow 2 live. Two different answers to the same question: how do you make a 9mm shoot like a surgical instrument? Start with the European race platform that rewrote modular pistols. SIG Sauer P320 X5 Legion takes the modular P320 system and injects it with mass and competition DNA. The secret is the tungsten-infused grip module polymer loaded with dense metal powder so the frame balances like steel while keeping the modular fire control unit removable. The result? A striker-fired pistol that behaves like a heavy-framed gun. Recoil collapses into the hand, follow-ups get faster, and you can run mag dumps without the muzzle climbing off the target. Add a flat-faced, skeletonized trigger tuned for speed, a 5-inch bull barrel for match braid groups, and an extended magwell that swallows reloads, and you have a race-ready package straight from the factory. It comes optics-ready and tuned for low split times. The downsides are obvious for everyday carry, weight, and bulk, but on the range, these traits are virtues. Expect to see prices in the $900 to $1,100 range for stock examples. If your goal is podium finishes, this pistol earns every penny. Then there's the steel legend that still owns the action pistol podiums worldwide. CZ Shadow 2 is built on a proven design that turns 9mm into a soft, controllable tool. The all-steel frame soaks up recoil until a 9mm feels like a 22 for follow-up shots. The slide rides inside the frame rails, giving a brutally low-bore axis that nearly eliminates muzzle flip. The single-action trigger is surgical light, crisp, and with a reset that disappears under your thumb. Thin aluminum grips let you get a high hand, and a deep beaver tail let you control the slide without burning your web. This is a specialist's pistol. Monstrous on the firing line, impractical in a pocket, and utterly addictive to anyone who chases splits under 1 second. Price sits in the $1,200 to $1,500 neighborhood for standard models. If you want a competition handgun that feels like an extension of your arm, this is the one. So what does this tell us about the market in 2025? It shows a clear split. People buy for rolls. Micro compacts like the Springfield Hellcat Pro dominate everyday carry because they balance concealability and capacity. Duty and service rigs like Heckler & Co. P9 and Smith & Wesson M&P 9M 2.0 compact win on ergonomics and reliability. And when shooters demand the last inch of performance, they move up to Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion or CZ, Shadow 2 and Surrender concealability for control and speed. No single pistol is best. The market proves that again and again. The right gun matches the mission. Which 9mm would you stake your life on or your tournament on, and why? Drop your pick in the comments, back it up with a story, and let the debate settle with real experience, not forum echo. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into gear that actually matters.